Reddit Realness. Am I the asshole for not letting my sister, who became homeless just after she gave birth to her husband and my soon-to-be ex-husband's baby?
What?
That is a mouthy title. You just gave us all the tea in the title. My sister, 24 female, and I, 26 female, were really close our whole lives, and we moved away from my parents together when she was 18 and I was 20. I met my soon-to-be ex-husband here and we got married and my sister stayed close. We spent a lot of time together. Then a few months ago, I learned my sister was pregnant and that my husband was the father. What is it with these sisters? Have we lost the meaning of sisterhood? Okay. I ended my marriage to him immediately and told my sister I wanted nothing more to do with her and she was on her own. I had some of her stuff at my place and left it at my ex's place for her. For the rest of the pregnancy, they were living together. And,
Ha.
and then he wouldn't let her back in after the baby was born.
What?
Huh? She called our parents from the hospital and told them she had nowhere to go. Okay, that's awful. That he was looking for custody and didn't want her back, and I wasn't answering her calls. So they called me, and after I heard them explain what was going on, I told them it wasn't my problem. They tried to argue, but I wasn't having any of it. She got a place at a shelter for single parents, and she's still there several weeks on. With a custody dispute, she can't move back to her parents, and I'm still refusing to help her out. My parents are angry because I won't even take her calls or reply to any messages she sent. I actually blocked her because I knew she wouldn't stop. My parents don't know that part, but they're telling me I should be ashamed of myself for turning my back on her and the baby. I told my parents I owe her and the baby nothing. I told them it was just a shame she didn't choke on his dick when they were sleeping together behind my back. My parents called me disgusting for leaving them homeless, that I have a room and could help. Am I the asshole?
Um.
You start, because if I say what I want to say.
Yeah, let me start because you know what I'm like. I think she's an arsehole.
You think she's an arsehole?
I think she's an arsehole.
You see, this is why I told you to start, because I don't think she's an arsehole.
My point is, yeah, that like so you've been blood sisters. My sister for how many? 24 years, yeah. And then you've let man come in between.
Okay,
Fair
but
enough,
she let man come in between, actually.
Husband.
She started it.
But yeah, at some point, like, there's too much collateral here, man. You've got to like.
Not my business.
No,
you should have thought about
Steph,
that. Nah,
man.
you should have thought about that.
No, there's too much.
You should have thought about that.
Your nephew or your niece.
Sorry.
The baby.
You ain't got aunties you don't speak to?
No, clearly not, because that's their auntie.
Okay, right. Nah, sorry. You let man come in between us. I remember they were living together. So after she found out, one, you decided to keep it. Two, you're now living with my husband. Now all of a sudden that he's kicked you out, I should come in and be like, come stay with me.
But I think the living together, as much as it is like I was gonna say a part, but it is a part. I get the logistics of that because the woman is pregnant with your child. Obviously, the way the child was conceived was not in the most ideal moralistic circumstance. However, there's still a baby that's growing in a woman.
No offense, yeah.
So I think that's why they live together, because otherwise,
that's fine.
How do you take care of your?
But that's not my burden.
It's not.
And I'm not going to take that on, because you guys ruined my life and messed up my mental health, and now I'm supposed to be the bigger person and let you in when I know that's probably going to fuck me up. You made yourself, when you chose to lay with my husband, you accepted the risk that this could sabotage our relationship forever. That's what you did. So you've made that decision. You've now gotten pregnant for him, kept it, moved in with him. You have accepted the consequences of your actions. I don't need to carry the burden. That's you being entitled. I don't owe you anything.
You don't owe
And that
her
baby,
anything.
unfortunately, I don't owe them anything either. Yeah, there's an innocent baby in the mix, but it's not my baby. It's not my burden. Let him.
But it's your sister's baby, regardless. Like,
again, she made her decision. The day she laid down with my husband, she accepted the risk that me finding out could sabotage our relationship for life.
Yeah. And it was a poor decision.
Okay.
But we don't now need to be flogging people for the rest of their life, and more particularly flogging an innocent baby.
Yeah, okay, you lot need to stop. You see, you lot keep using innocent babies as cop outs. No one's chatting
It's
about
not
take the baby to the dad then. If the situation is that bad, let the baby stay with the dad whilst you sort yourself out.
fair.
Stop. We need innocent baby. Stop using the baby as a cop out.
But I just feel
She
like it
needs to-
was one bad decision, and it was a terrible decision.
How
Don't
do you know
get
it
me
was
wrong.
just one time? We don't know how long they've been fucking for.
That's true. But whatever the capacity of that decision in regards to this man has been a terrible one. And she's now paying for it in all aspects. Like, she's homeless. She's going to lose her child.
Pay for it then. Why is
Like,
it
she
coming
don't
out
have
my
her
purse?
family. It's
The head,
like...
then you pay for it. Why is it coming out my purse? You pay for it. These are adults, my dear. She knew. They knew what was gonna happen if they got caught. It's happening. Charge it. If it's that bad, take the child to the dad. Let them stay there for now until you sort yourself out. Battle it in court.
For one bad
Or
decision.
the parents can come over and get an Airbnb.
Now, this is the thing. Really and truly, I believe the parents are wrong for pushing their daughter to take in her sister. I do believe the parents are wrong there, because it's your child. Your child did also mess up. If you want her housed, you find a way
Pattern
to house her. Don't put that on the other sibling. However, again, I just have a thing about like men coming in between siblings. Obviously, we know the younger sibling, her discernment is a bit mad, or she has none. That was a bad decision. Like a terrible decision. However, the kind of consequence that she's receiving, have a bit of grace. Have a bit of grace. This is what we
just pray
knew.
you never get into these crazy situations, because you run risk of looking absolutely wild out here.
But this is the thing with me. We know my character. We know the forgiving aspect of me is a bit mad.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, guys. Disclaimer. My thing is a bit mad. So I'm not saying that people should follow. I'm just saying my thought process is a bit.
It can't run. I'm so sorry. If the parents are that passionate about their daughter being sorted out and being safe and stuff, pattern something. Don't put it on
what are
me.
you gonna do? Cut off your sister for what?
Yes, I am. For
another
with my husband,
60 years.
Yes.
No sister,
Yes, bro.
done.
Okay, listen, let me tell you something with someone with many siblings. Yeah, I'll tell you now. I will cut them off for something like that. Right?
It's just...
I will cut them off for something like that.
You'll find love again,
I don't care. Someone that can do that to you, just listen. People be killing their siblings all the time. Just because someone's your brother or they share blood with you, don't mean they're evil. Parents are out here abusing their children, doing all sorts to them, doing all sorts to their siblings and stuff.
Fair.
You can't use that as a cop-out, man.
I mean, it's sex, Steph. It was a bad decision.
Okay.
For sex.
Let it run in your house, not mine. Let it run in your house, not mine. Let it run in your house, not mine.
I'm so sick of you.
Not mine. Girl, listen, I for me, you're not the asshole at all. Sorry. I don't think you're the asshole at all. You first, because they weren't thinking about you when they were laying on when she was laying on her back.
Sucking dick.
Sucking your husband's dick and stuff. So don't even feel like you're obliged to help her out. If you want to do it, calm. If you don't, bro, you don't owe anyone nothing. Yes, there's an innocent baby in the mix, but that innocent baby has a father who happens to be your ex-husband. Let the baby go stay with them whilst your sister sorts herself out. But don't let your parents make you feel bad about it. Like, bro, there's just certain things, like, if she really cared about you as her sister and she really, really loved you, she wouldn't do something like this. The moment she slept with your husband, she accepted the consequences of that.
Do you think it's a lack of love, though? Do you think that really and truly? Because I just
Why
feel...
are you sleeping with my husband? Are you as my friend? I'm not related to you in any way.
Yeah.
I would never even look at your partner like that.
Of course. We had this conversation
Exactly.
about... Yeah, we wouldn't.
Even if they were the hottest person on earth, I would never think of them like that.
That's true, but we have certain a certain mentality towards certain things that
No,
not
that's like
everyone
out
shares.
of love. No one that cares about you want to fuck your partner, knowing how much that will hurt you and what kind of impact, negative impact that will have in your life.
I just feel like you don't know where people's mindset at, how they think, what kind of trauma they're dealing with.
Christiana, not this talk. Please, I beg you. Where is Judith? My God, stand up. Stand the hell up.
Just saying.
What? So that means that if someone could do the most fucked thing to you, as long as they have a sub story.
All right. No.
As long as they have a sub story, they're fine.
Remember,
or they have an innocent baby.
We were talking about this week, right? So we've had we were talking about a situation where a friend slept with an ex-boyfriend, right? And I was talking about said situation, and I was saying I don't hold animosity to the girl because I just understand that the girl would have had things going on. And me and the girl do not get on. Me and the girl do not speak. The girl has issues with me. But those issues come from somewhere in her background that I have no idea about. And so I cannot be angry at a decision she's made or like something that's eventually affected me where it comes from something deeper than me. Do you get what I mean?
No.
How can I be angry?
What do you mean? How can you be angry? She still violated you. Her going through shit has nothing to do with you, and you shouldn't bear the consequences of that. We all go through shit.
Okay,
we've all been through shit.
But people will take this.
I'm not sleeping with your man. I'm not sleeping with your man.
Fair, but what I'm saying is you're a different person. We don't know like the length of trauma she went through, or what about?
Can we say in general in society?
Yeah.
There's a shared kind of morale when it comes to marriage.
There is a shared morale,
okay.
yeah.
So,
some people, though, for whatever reason, fall outside of that.
They're assholes. They're not good people.
It's not that they're not good people, Steph.
Christiana, she's ruined her sister's marriage and had a baby for the man. I don't even know what...
Terrible decision making.
Maybe in your household. But I'm sure many people will agree. That's not running. I don't care what kind of trauma. There ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm so sorry. We've all been through shit. You can't take that on other people, especially not your sister.
I do agree. Because it's no one's responsibility to deal with your trauma.
Exactly.
But
go to Judith. Find a Judith.
However, humans work how humans work. And sometimes they make bad decisions.
So deal with the consequences. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Pay for it yourself. Why is it coming out of my wallet?
Also, we can see some bad decision making again because, like, obviously, throughout this pregnancy, I don't know, maybe she's just not the most put together person in regards to decision making actually, because you're now pregnant and you're in a space where you can be kicked out. You're in a space where you don't have.
Didn't you discuss this before?
Yeah.
What were you doing for the whole 9 months?
Yeah, it's like.
Or he was just help him set up nursery, knowing that you weren't going to be about after.
Maybe he's wicked. Well, he possibly is wicked.
Well, he must be wicked to do
something like that, yeah.
So why is he wicked and the sister ain't wicked? There you go, I caught you out. Go on.
Huh?
Stand up on the podium. I said, why is he wicked and the sister isn't? Doesn't it take two to tango?
It does.
There you go. In the arena, there you go. I just did my fatal blow in Mortal Kombat. Fight back. Where are your points? Your little affirmations. Bring them out. Back your good sis. Back her.
Huh?
It's not looking good, bro. I said, is the husband wicked, but the sister isn't?
Because you cheated on your wife.
Okay, and what did the sister do? Because wouldn't you say blood is a much more stronger than marriage?
Yes.
You can divorce a man, but you can't take away the blood that you share, the DNA. Can't destroy that. So
that is true.
Yeah, God did.
I just feel like
because if you we here, the argument that you've been holding for the past 10, 15 minutes will crumble right now.
The men will come for me.
Yeah, go on.
The men will come
and I'll clip it.
That Indian babe.
That Indian babe again.
I just feel like he's wicked because not only did he cheat on his wife, cheated on his wife with her sister,
Yeah.
and then also kicks the sister out the house and wants to take the sister's child. Those three things all together
Okay.
create someone who has a complex, maybe possibly mean persona.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you. Now, if you think about how sex works, what does it require? How many people does it require?
Two.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have the husband, we have the sister. Now, if we consider the fact that they both engaged in this act together, if he's wicked for doing that, would she not also be wicked?
Yes.
Then,
however,
wait, hold on. Now,
when we look at her, I just think her discernment
Then
is.
she moves in with him after. So it's not even like, oh my God, we need to stop this. Like, I don't want to. She moves in with him
because
after.
of panic.
Hey.
And she's pregnant. I can imagine when you're panicking,
So
when you're pregnant.
And I can imagine they were frolicking whilst they're in that house.
We don't know that.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
She might have just
moved
wanted
in.
stability.
If she really felt bad, she'd be like, I don't want to stay with you. I'd rather go back to my parents' house and have my baby there because this is wrong. We have made a massive mistake. We have hurt my sister. I don't want to be with you. I'm gonna have this baby. I do not want to I don't.
So I agree. Anybody that thinks normally and has critical, like thinks critically, right? But I think from all the decisions we've seen the sister has made from the limited stuff we've got from Reddit, I don't think her decision making is great. I think she just does things like a cat. Because, all right, cool. How did you get to your sister's husband, number one?
Because you're wicked enough to look at him and say, yeah, I want that.
Okay, fair. How do you now end up pregnant?
Because you were fucking enough that you ended up pregnant, probably without protection, which means you're also putting your sister's health at risk.
That means
does that not sound like a wicked person?
She moves in. It sounds like someone who's scatter.
Oh, someone that is wicked, Christiana. How can you be so straightforward with the husband, but with the sister say her decision making is bad? Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this?
Fair. They both have bad.
You should just sat there, ate your food. You went to go and defend the sister. Now look, we've dismantled your argument. You even helped yourself. Dismantle the argument.
The men are going to come and fight. They're going to come and fight me, boy.
I think it's the women. Because you're backing the men at this point. You're saying that, oh no, it's because the sister's decision making. The husband's just snickering in the corner. Yeah.
No, but I think he was mean.
Of course, both of them were mean. How can you say this is not mean?
All right, okay, right. Sorry. Okay, so you're not getting what I'm saying, right? I think the husband is mean and the sister is dumb. That's what I mean.
Okay, she's also mean. You have to have an element of wickedness to do that to your family member.
Or you just might be dumb.
No, you have to. It's a malicious act. What are we talking about? There's dumb people everywhere that would not sleep with your partner. She's wicked. And she's paying for her wickedness. Yes, the child don't need to suffer. Take it to the dad.
I think if she was actually wicked, she would have plotted to not be in the situation she's in now.
Girl, she found out she was pregnant and decided she was keeping it. If you really didn't want to be in that situation, if you really weren't trying to snatch the man...
But Stephanie, we know. Stephanie, we know. Stephanie, we know.
It's 2025.
Stephanie, we know. Not everyone views things as such.
So why didn't you use protection? If you know you're against abortions, why didn't you use enough protection to make sure that this didn't happen?
And again, maybe she's dumb.
Oh, wicked. Please. Christiana, I beg you, you will never survive in Nigeria. My God. Just making excuses for everyone. You could never be in a Nollywood movie. My word. Jesus Christ. That thing will drag for 6 parts because you just refuse to kick the girl out. My word. Why? Do you know her? Do you know your sister? Why are you backing her so hard?
I just think she's dumb.
See what we were saying in the other episode? We say your empathy or compassion is going the wrong way. This is what we meant. You're not applying it to the actual situations that it needs to be applied to. But when we come across a situation where you should be empathetic, it's gone. So maybe let's put that down as a point for Judith for next week. We're going to work on that.
Where to apply?
Guiding the empathy. Because right now it's going that way and it needs to go that way. It needs to go that way. Judith, just there.
Just redirect.
Please, just My word. You really tried to back the sister.
I wasn't backing her. I just
No,
think she's
you're backing
dumb.
her, bro. You're making excuses. She's probably even shocked by the excuses.
I just
If
think
she comes across the video, she'll be like, raw. Me? Yeah, man, it was trauma. Yeah.
I just feel like it's dumb. It just sounds like it's a
Of course
dumb
it's
move.
dumb. But it's also very wicked. All of you are stupid and
I just think
wicked.
like because when you say someone's wicked and mean and calculated, that's what I put. Wicked, mean, calculated.
You have to be calculated to fuck someone's husband right under their
But
nose,
if you were truly calculated, you wouldn't find yourself
Trust me,
homeless.
it won't be. Hey, listen, you have to be some type of calculated to fuck your sister's husband right under her nose.
That's true.
You have to be
That's
some kind
true.
of calculated.
That's true. But I just think like if you were actually calculated, you wouldn't end up in a situation where you're homeless and the man could take your child away from you when you don't want that.
Okay.
Like if you're truly calculated.
No, because you can't control that. Being calculated is you controlling your own actions to make sure that you get the outcome that you want.
Yeah, but you didn't control it.
Yeah, but you can't control someone else. Being calculated doesn't mean you can control someone else.
No, but what I'm saying is, if the outcome would be she'd have a home for her and her child, she don't have that.
She was being calculated in terms of fucking him, not what happened after.
So why did the calculation just stop?
Because she got pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Because she got pregnant.
But being calculated,
the calculated
would mean
part
it
was
would
her...
carry.
No, because after that, it's gone left.
And you see why I'm calling her dumb
exactly.
though?
Yes, okay, she got pregnant. I'm talking about initiating the damn thing even requires calculation. Because how you even starting this thing? How you even getting the first session in?
I hear that.
Without the wife clocking?
I hear that, but you can still be dumb.
Okay.
You can still be dumb and just say, but you can stick it on.
What it comes down to is that she can be dumb. It's not the other sister's problem now.
Fair.
Because you, man, were doing, oh yeah, she's not in now. Let's quickly get a session in. Doing sneaky. Now everything's cool. I should now be paying for your consequences. Brother, this is life.
I just
Take
feel
it.
baby.
Good luck to you, man.
There's a baby.
Okay, ain't my business. Does the baby have a dad?
It's your niece or nephew?
And oh my God. Do you know what your niece ate today? Do you know? Do you know? What's your niece's favorite color?
Pink.
Did you make that up?
I guess.
Did you make that? You guessed it. Yeah, okay. Miss Auntie.
She likes pink though.
How do you know?
Because I know.
It's her favorite color. When's the last time you checked in with her to see what her favorite color is?
I wished her happy birthday.
When?
On her birthday.
When
so
was
that was September.
September?
No, it's not September. October.
Oh, you Auntie of the year. You didn't know what month ago.
I said October.
Okay. And is that the last time you spoke to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, spoke to her dad.
Her dad. Stop talking. Sister, you'll be fine. Lock your door. Ignore your parents. Block them if you have to.
Block your parents. What? Shut off the whole family?
Yeah, listen. Militant.
How we're best friends, I do not know.
I don't know. Well, thank God you have me because the way you roam around the world,
this
Jesus
is true.
Christ.
You actually back me.
What the hell?
You back me so much.
I have to shout for you.
No way.
They're going through trauma. I'm like, are you fucking dumb?
This is all our conversations consist of. I'm like, I know, but Steph, I just feel like,
dude, we can see it. It's literally there. Why are we making up excuses? My thing is just get gonna be done. I hate it when things drag out. Dude, listen, cut everything, slice it up and be done. I hate the deliberate, oh my God, it might be this, it might be that. I think after. I act and then think after.
100% that is you.
I literally act and then
you
know what, yeah.
Maybe I was harsh.
Maybe it is trauma. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Oh well.
You've already charged it. It's in the bin.
I've already charged it. I'm gonna act and then I'll think. I ain't got time. Listen, I don't care about your situation. There's nothing you can tell me. Like I said, listen, we've all been through shit. I sleep with your partner.
Yeah, fair. That is a wild move.
Go and find a Judith and fix your life.
No, you should.
What was the dick gonna ever do?
You should have found a Judith. When you had those Roman thoughts, you should have actually found a Judith there. Something is wrong. I'm looking at my sister's husband. Something is wrong. That's crazy. But she must be, she might not be the smartest cookie.
I don't think she's
and insecure.
Feel like she just probably insecure, to be fair. I feel like you have to be
Nah, she has to
insecure
be
to
insecure to do that.
to
Yeah.
do something like that. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, I want that.
And insecurities will make people do wild things, you know, Steph.
Well, contain it. Find another way. Please don't make it other people. You know how I feel about insecurity. You can be insecure if you want, just don't make it my problem. I don't want to hear it. You can be insecure. We all have insecurities. We're all insecure about something. Don't make it my problem. Especially not like this.
Fair.
You couldn't go to Zara and get yourself a jean that makes you feel good.
It's crazy.
It's my husband's dick that you had to go to.
There were so many men to choose from.
You couldn't go and get a nice little cord from Zara, wore that and made yourself feel good. Go get your hair blow dried.
I feel like they're not telling us more about the sister story. The sister story, to do something like that.
But siblings, sometimes they have that kind of rivalry where like one's jealous of the other because they feel
That
like
is
they're
a
getting
mad-
everything.
but
God,
that's
I
a
watched a show like that on Amazon.
Go on.
Can't remember what it's called. It was like a Nollywood series.
Mm.
And there was the younger sister and the older sister. The older sister was always like the one that had to be organized and like look after everyone and like study really hard and stuff.
Mhm.
And the younger sister was like more the rebellious one, like to the point where the older sister used to do her homework because like they would get in trouble with their dad because she got bad grades. So it always felt like the older sister had to really work hard to like get things, and like this little sister was handed to her.
Mhm.
So it came to a point where they were older now, and there was like, okay, actually no, when they were teenagers, there was this guy that the older sister used to like, and they used to be like, they had a crush on each other. Then he moved away to the US and stuff. Sorry, this is a spoiler alert, but I can't remember what the show's called, so you might watch it by accident and be like, oh yeah, but technically it's not a spoiler, I know what it's called. So yeah, that guy moved to the US. They're older now. The sister they're in uni now. The sister's like older sister's working hard as usual. The younger sister's missing classes, like sleeping and stuff, not doing the work, and the sister's having to stay up and do the work for her. So then this guy that she had a crush on returns
Mm.
and spots the little sister and was like, oh my God, how are you? Da, da, da. Like, how's your older sister? The guy and the little sister end up dating. And the older sister runs into him in their dorm room and is like, oh, how are you? Da, da, da. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm just here to take your sister on a date. Obviously, her face dropped.
Mm.
Fast forward, the younger sister and this guy get married and stuff. The younger sister can't have kids. So she now asks the older sister
This too much. You're doing too much.
to carry the baby. But do it the natural way.
So to have sex.
So they end up sleeping with each other and like having an affair, and basically they get caught. And then the older sister's like, you've always had everything and I've always had to work. And like, this was supposed to be my man and now like he's yours. Like, I've just always been the person that just never gets what they want. You get everything. Like, bear in mind, this guy's like super rich now and everything. And to be honest, from the very beginning, I knew that's how it was going to turn out.
Yeah, of course.
Because especially with like siblings, you always find that the younger one's always like the sport one, very entitled, etc. But if you have that type of character where like, and with the younger sister as well, it's probably worth adding that she was like prettier, like similar, pretty, noticeably more attractive and stuff.
So more things are just given to her.
And after a while, when I saw that happen, I was like, this is going to turn into resentment because she's having to work hard and stuff. And the love for her sister is what's making her do the extra work to make sure she's covered and stuff. But eventually it will turn into resentment, especially if there's a man involved. And then this guy came along. I was like, yeah, you see, with some people, especially when they have insecurities as it is, that they have that direct comparison with their sibling, that's when resentment can start to form. And when that resentment starts to form, it's like, you're either going after the exact same thing that they have outside of the house, or you start looking at what's closest. What validation can I get that can make me feel good? You're looking at a sister's husband like, okay, he likes her and she's much prettier and attractive than her. But if I can get him, that means we're on the same level. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It's just so wild.
It's very wild.
It's just like how, because there's a plethora of things of which you can use to compare. But it's over there you found yourself.
And that's why I'm very, I'm very wary of insecure people, because there's certain ways to deal with it, but some people, the way they deal with it is finding validation in things that you have or the people around you who they know like you.
Yeah.
they want to
And
be
they want
liked
to
as well.
take it from you, essentially.
I'm so wary when it comes to insecure people. And I'm not talking that, again, like I said, we all have insecurities. Whether it's your eyes, your nose, your feet, whatever. We all have insecurities. But when it's like that kind of insecurity where it's like things that may not be physical, maybe it's like your achievements or like your partnership or even the way people just admire you or like you, that's when I become wary.
You're very hyper vigilant as well, because we've had conversations and you spot it, especially with people around me.
Yeah.
You spot it. So you're like, Chris, by the
Yeah,
way, by the way, look.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm a bit like, hmm.
But I think that's come from young because, again, because I've always been very ambitious, I
You've
always
had
take note of
to.
how people react. So even when I'm talking about certain stuff or when I'm doing certain things,
Mm,
and it always used to like bother me when people would like, I could feel people acting funny when I'm doing something. It's like, I'm just doing
you.
you,
Yeah.
like what? But then now I realize I'm like, okay, this person doesn't, like, not everyone has the confidence to go out and do what they want
Or
to
it
do.
triggers them
Or triggers
because,
them like, oh, I don't have the confidence to do that.
yeah. Or
Or do this.
capability.
Or capability. And then that's when I became wary, but I'm not, and you have those people, like, you see people talk about it all the time, to be fair, oh, monitoring spirits or
Yeah,
friends that you can't
yeah.
tell everything and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's very dangerous to keep around you because if you can feel it, that means
How strong it
how
is in
strong
then.
it is.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it someone that you want to
Be in your life.
be in your
to
life, see the happy
expose-
moments, like
Yeah.
come to your house and see your family when maybe they don't necessarily have a family or their relationship isn't great and stuff, and now they're looking at your family like, why does she get that? Or I want that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to be very, very careful because some people that, again, the way they deal with things is like the sister.
Well, this is what I was saying the other day, actually, because I was on the phone yesterday and I was talking about like sometimes when you come from a home and like so I've come from a home where I really love my parents are together, whatever have you. And I've seen aspects in my life where like I can see how that triggers people. Do you get what I mean? So like people will kind of like, I remember there was one girl when we was in school that made up a lie that they saw my dad with somebody else.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, there weren't a huge amount of people around us that had both their parents in the
like,
home.
especially like black, unfortunately, like us black kids, a lot of our parents weren't together.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't even know their dads.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot, you know. I'm like, we grew up around so many people that legit didn't know their dads.
Yeah. Like
Didn't have a relationship with their dad.
never see them.
Never seen them.
Yeah.
I had a friend who discovered where their dad was from when they were in their mid-20s because he died and one of her siblings reached out.
Swear.
Yeah, never knew where she would, like, she always assumed she was like full Ghanaian. Turns out she's only half.
Really?
Yeah, and her dad's from somewhere else. I was like, and stuff like that used to make me so grateful that even though my parents have since I was born haven't been together,
You had a
I
relationship.
had a
both of
relationship with
them.
my dad. Like I had a really good relationship with my dad. I know who my dad is. I speak to him and stuff. Like, but even stuff like that, like my dad used to pick me up all the time and people used to be like, oh, why is your dad picking you up? I'm like,
because he is. And this is what I'm saying. Like when I'm going to school and obviously you see my dad is at the gate every day. It will, and I saw it again in my 20s where like, and I didn't notice it at the time. Obviously, just because I'm just you don't have wisdom as much as
and
you
also
do now.
when it's a norm to you, it's not something that's on your mind. It's
You
a norm
don't see
to
it, yeah. So I remember like my parents, I'll bicker with them, but like we know our house is, our house is tight.
Yeah.
Like we love each other. And there was someone I was around who didn't have that relationship with her family. And it's only later on where shit blew up that I was like, I think, and she's come to my house, she's met my parents. And I felt like it started to trigger her because you walk around with like a sense of, when you come from a home that's actually together, there might be a sense of peace. Obviously, you've got other things that jar you in life, but that's just not one of them.
Yeah.
And sometimes when that is at the forefront of someone else's brain and it's not at yours, it will eat at them, eat at them. And then they're holding resentment just because they haven't experienced what they would like to experience and they're seeing it with you all the time. So yeah, it is quite a hard one.
Yeah, and you just gotta be careful. Especially like, and I always say this, especially if like you're super ambitious and you're actually doing things in your life, and it can be very small, something as small as picking up on a hobby, etc. You just got to be very careful because, like, I remember when we started this, and I told you this, like, I had certain friends that were just like, it
Talking
was
it down.
talking
Yeah.
it down, or like, oh, why are you doing that? Or like, oh, you like to do too many things. Da, da, da. I'm like, I only have one life to live.
Let me live my dream. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Let me live it. And it's so funny because, like, I don't speak to that person no more, but I was like, I can't even afford to keep people like that around me because this is only just the beginning, God willing for us. It's only the beginning. Anything I want to do, I will do it. And especially now that I've started this, because I was like, this is like the scariest thing you can do, which is put yourself out in public. Nothing else scares me now.
and the thing is, we enjoy it. This is what's so great. Like, we do it, we enjoy it, and we're seeing it grow.
Yeah,
Do
we're
you know what I
not
mean?
hurting no one. So why would you be offended that I'm starting something? And it's so funny because this person's wanted to start something like this. And also the other thing that I'm doing, with,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, outside, yeah.
for years, and they've only just like speaking about it.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It's
it's like
your
you're
light that will
projecting.
now
Exactly. So
irritate
I'm like,
people.
I need to remove myself because obviously are struggling with something internally in terms of like finding the courage to actually do this thing. You're seeing me do it and you're now projecting onto me. So what I'm going to do is remove myself because what I don't need
Is that in your ear?
in the ear,
Trying to put you off.
I said it
100%.
before the other previous podcast. I come from a family of very supportive people. The men in my life, my husband, my dad, they're so supportive of what I do. I haven't taken the traditional career route. I have Nigerian parents. Yes, at first it was like, what are you doing? Apart from my dad, because he's just ride or die. Whatever I want to do, he's like, yeah, do it. But they're so supportive of what I do. Like my mum watches the podcast every week, literally
That's
every
so
week.
cute.
My dad watches the podcast. My husband, like, he was a big part. He was, I would say, a major one of the major driving forces behind me even pursuing, like, okay, let's do the podcast, or even just like doing comedy and stuff, because he's just like, go, go, go. Why would I now allow people that aren't even in that inner circle
To
to
now
even
put you off.
have the chance to even
Yeah.
try and put me off or talk me down? It
Because of
won't
their
work.
own journey, because of the lack of doing it in their own journey for whatever reason. That's
why I
your
say
own
everyone should just
problem.
go out and do what they need to do. Otherwise, you just walk around miserable with projecting on people. No one, you
Yeah.
don't want to be known as that.
Yeah, it's gross. And as I say, that is the biggest thing that will give me the ick.
Yeah.
Like, when you're now projecting your insecurities on other people. Me? Please, I have my own to deal with. Can you just go?
Do you get what I mean? And that's why I always say, insecurity is fine. Don't make it my problem.
Yeah, true. True.
Don't make it my problem. But girl, yeah. Anyway, we say all that to say you're not the asshole. Christiana was on the other side. She's come on this side.
Yeah, slightly
Rifles.
honest. Midway.
Okay. Midway. But you're not the asshole.
But yeah, not completely.
Let your
arsehole.
parents
It's
pattern
understandable.
something.
Also, yeah, your parents shouldn't be putting no pressure on you, because why are they not shouting at the babe? The babe that went and took your husband. Shout there.
It's
Anyway.
their kid and their grandchild. Then they have a little retirement fund or something. Pattern something. Or just, again, she can take, the child has a dad. Take the child to the dad whilst you sort yourself out, and then you lot can battle it out in court.
Word.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of this week's Reddit Realness. So you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to beg. If you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoy this episode, give us a like, a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe. We are currently on the road to 1K. Please help us get there so we can use the £1 that we earn to help cover our studio fees. Thank you. You know it is January. We are being flogged, so please subscribe so we can get to 1K and start making a pretty penny off of this that we can use to go towards our studio fees.
And Patreon.
And Patreon, which we are trying to film, but we ain't got the production budget, which consists of one person holding the camera and us fighting with the mic. So again, please, if you can, subscribe. Not even if you can, you must subscribe. Because some of you be coming here and returning to watch. I can see in the back end, but you're not subscribing. So please subscribe. If you're watching this or listening on Spotify and you enjoyed this episode, give us a 5-star rating. It helps us get discovered on the platform. Child, the Spotify program, the stats they're asking for, sis, we've got a way to go.
Please.
So please help us get discovered on the platform, because we need all the coin we can get so we can continue giving you great content every week, and plus more, actually. If you can find us on We Just Got Here Pod on Instagram, We Just Got Here Podcast on TikTok, and WJGH Podcast on Twitter. You can find me at Steph Achigbu across Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Tia, where can they find you?
You can find me at Tia Honey Roberts on Instagram and Miss Tia Roberts on all other socials.
And it's a wrap. Bye, guys.
See you next week, guys.
See ya.
Bye.